Good evening, Kurgan. Hope evening finds you well, and welcome everybody to Daemono, that shining beacon of light in the heart of the underworld, and city of free demons. And of course, welcome to another episode of the stream. Good evening. I don't really have a whole lot to report on today, considering, one day after another, we kind of lead into this Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then I take a little time off, and the next day is Wednesday that we meet again. I will say that on Wednesday I'm going to be doing a randomizer of Time Spinner live on stream, so people can see how that goes. That is the other game that I have added to my rotation for Archipelago and the Multi-World Madness, so I'm hoping, getting a little more familiar with that. Honestly, I could probably spend another Wednesday doing an Ocarina of Time rando and see if I can get that done in one sitting relatively decently. And from there, I can kind of start shoring up my performance on both of those, and I can start making Multi-World Madness a bit of a contender as far as, an event that I can absolutely be certain that I'm going to be of assistance in, considering sometimes randomizers can be a little cruel depending on how you set up your threads. So as of now, I don't necessarily have a date in mind for the next Multi-World Madness, but I don't think I need to wait too terribly longer for people to be up to the idea of doing another one. I know I've pretty constantly gotten Yoshi Chief and Lucas Yoshino to jump in on those, and they have always been a joy to have around. I know we had Kagan in on the last one, and we unfortunately found out the hard way that Minecraft doesn't play very nicely with other games in randomization settings. Suffice to say, at the very least, the thread that we got, the seed that we got, was absolutely atrocious to Kagan, and then by extension the rest of us, because it locked a lot of our progression stuff behind Kagan's end game achievements, which feels very strange considering the idea is that Archipelago has a system set up to kind of front load checks to make things a little less sloggish as you go along. So the fact that they hid a lot of our progression behind endgame stuff just felt a bit, well, not that concept. What was even more interesting about it is that Kagan actually upped the possibility of it being kinder on their end, and apparently that didn't quite stick. Or if it did, something was way off in that calculation. But in any case, despite the situation, I still very much enjoyed myself, and I certainly hope the others did as well as all the viewers that were available for it at the time. And honestly, that's part of the reason why I like running them. Not just because, they're a thing that we can have fun with, but I want to try to extend the invitation for people who have never really done a randomizer, much less a multi-world, to just kind of get a toe in the water, so to speak, just to test it out and see how they do, how much they like it, whether they do or not. And I just want to, open the door to a world that not a lot of people know about. So I understand that comparatively I'm, not exactly the authority on it, and I've certainly done some pretty simple mess ups in my past, but such is randomizer life, ultimately. But that ramble aside, we are here today to continue our journey into the outer worlds and the wide, wide world of capitalistic space. Unfortunately, it seems our dear friend Tim Curry was wrong when he said that there was one place capitalism had not gotten its slimy claws. Well, I suppose this is what we get for not reading the contract before we sign. Onwards to adventure? Onwards to adventure. Let's figure out what other misadventures I can get myself into today. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight. Hmm. Yeah. Not sure I like the idea of flying through space in a ship called the Unreliable. And now here we are. Right, I had just gotten on the ship. Obsidian Skull. Right. Terminal. Messages for Alex Hawthorne. Oh boy. Unread messages, you say? From you, Bedford. Udom Wingman's Wingman Bedford. Alex Wingman Hawthorne. Wow. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message. Silly me. I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it'll amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Udom. Archive messages. That is a lot of you Bedford again. Huh. Dearest Alex, I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and the tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pod and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with you regularly. Your best friend, Udom. Well, about that. Alex, I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard a guess it may have been a barn, because anyone with even a modicum of decent bearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friends. Best, Udom, please respond. Dear Alex, hello, hello. I hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear. Dreadfully unreliable. Just like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed. You know, about the Wells fellow. I'm so sorry to press, but I had the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, well, it would be marvelous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to seeing you again, Wingman. Your dear friend, Udom. Uh-huh. Dear Alex. Hello, Udom here. Udom Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me, and I tremendously appreciate your forbearance in not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope serves Spectrum vodka. Perhaps we could try every color. You know, really tie one on. Let me know. Your new friend, Udom. Sent messages to you, Bedford. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted. Had a few too many, and I might have knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at the Last Hope next time I'm in. I might forgive you. A.H. Huh. Huh. Log entries. Titled Shrink Ray. Note to self. Remember this later. No, better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point. I saw in actuality, with my own two eyes, a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells's lab. Just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe. Or if I'd asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors. More to be had. A.H. Hammer power. Captain's note. Last time I got sloshed, was imbibing at the Last Hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, Udon was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on two Mardettes yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like, none of us have heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Mardettes said that the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power, or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat. Sure fits the bill. Could be another one of those weapons that inspired Wells. A.H. Black market leads. Why? Why? Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth on Tartarus and back. Let the record show, I did apologize for shouting him down. 5 times. But Architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission, or, breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he wouldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out all the good, hard-working folks of the colony like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I've been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on the Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Looks to me like I just got a side quest. Exit. Phineas's science weapon, the science weapon on Groundbreaker. Yep. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, what other dangerous shit can I get into on my own ship? Hi, Sam. Who are you, Sam? There's no response from the automechanical unit. Serial number etched in his chassis includes the letters SAM. Leave the automechanical alone. Huh. Photo of Parvati's father, a stern older man with warm eyes. I see. So I would take it that means this is Parvati's room. Ooh, a clipboard. Not a whole lot in here, though. Somebody will take it up later. This is Max's room. Hello, Vicar. Yeah, tracks. Wait, what is this? Tossball trading cards in mint condition. Most of these cards represent players from the Hephaestus Hammers and the Tile Backers. Ooh. Well, I mean, it's not stealing, so I'm taking it. Doctrinal Studies 539 of Equity and Equations. These textbooks have been out of print for almost half a century. The margins are filled with scribbled notes, and many passages have been underlined. Some pages have come loose, the glue now yellowed and cracked along the spines. The Journal of Maximilian de Soto, Volume 1. Scribblings of these journal pages are utterly illegible to anyone except Vicar Maximilian de Soto. Huh. Interesting. Well, I'm beginning to see that you can get a heck of a party going. That's a climb down. I found the latrine and the very, very, very public shower. I suppose beggars can't be choosers, can they? Well then. Looking like with that, I'm gonna have to make my way through. McLichels!
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
What do you think of the ship?
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Apparently, Ada's the one who actually flies the ship.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic. But my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
What do you think, Parvati? Is it safe to fly now that we've got a regulator?
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
Did you learn your trade from your father? It sounded like when you talked to Reed.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all of my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
I don't see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
But you actually are good at this, and you enjoy it.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
After school, you moved straight back to Edgewater?
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
Sorry, folks. I have to do something quick. This is the one? This is the one. Sorry, controller. Getting a little annoying there. Did you get much time with him after you got back from school?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ears so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Break time's over. Well, that's the case. I might actually go back up and talk with Max and see what's up with him. I want to figure out more about this dude, because, I don't know. So far, he's been kind of sus. Hello, Vicar.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged.
And just clean up when you're done.
What's occupying your thoughts?
I'd like to know something about those him flying with. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition.
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were you so passionate about it?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Weren't they proud of you when you became a vicar, at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
What's this plan you keep talking about?
The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan.
You can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
Makes sense.
What about you? What's your story?
I was a colonist on Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me.
And how did he do that?
He stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
My friends are on the Hope.
Oh, I see. You have my condolences.
Tell me again about the book we picked up that's in French.
Baconu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Remind me, what are your thoughts on the Philosophists?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan.
And I'm sure if I
But
ask
most
them,
of
they'll
the
say the exact same
philosophist's
of your
perversion
religion.
of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Any ideas where we could find someone who speaks French in this colony?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous Philosophist scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Sounds like a good lead, but how do we find him?
That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How will the crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend? Or, how is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
I see. How will the crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Alright, sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
don't know if he's actually following me or if he's just going walkabout. Pretty sure he's going walkies. That's a hell of an airlock. Well, that's cool. Didn't realize I had to hack my own ship, but okay. The unreliable navigation terminal. So we have the ability to go to Terra 2, Phineas's Lab, the Groundbreaker, Scylla, and Monarch. However, there are others like Typhon, Hephaestus, Olympus, Tartarus, and Eridanos. These are all, with a couple of exceptions, these are all Grecian? Scylla, Eridanos, Tartarus, Olympus, Hephaestus, Typhon. Those are all references to Grecian mythos. Monarch is a pretty generic name. Terra 2 is obviously the first planet they landed on because it was Earth-like. Okay, well, that's the case. Groundbreaker it is. Groundbreaker docking bays. Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location you've unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Wow.
Nation reached. The Groundbreaker.
Ooh. Barely see it, but ooh.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Know anything about the automechanical gathering dust in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Talk to you later, Ada.
Goodbye.
Well, if that's the case. Search term SAM. First SAM result. Do not forget you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance automechanical and Emerald Vale scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Should be fun. Removal of factory standard part Sud Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to. But I do. I'm giving up on the hope of delivery. The part is lost in transit and it's not turning up anytime soon. But, good news. I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker, who overcharged me for this information regarding the location of the acid steeper I can, filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following this next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Yeah, about that. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots. Adelaide. Huh. That's cool.
Hey, Cap, can we talk?
Sure.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sure. We could head over to engineering now.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Break time's over. That's interesting. I am almost out of carrying capacity, and I should fix that quick before I go on. Companion quests. Drinking sapphire wine. Parvati meet Junlei Tennyson. The Empty Man. The Cleaning Machine. Find an acid steeper. Roseway. Weapons from the Void. There's a science weapon on Groundbreaker that I could probably find. Passage to Anywhere. Speak to Gladys on the Groundbreaker. Oh, right. That's my main quest. Okay. Well, let's start with drinking sapphire wine, then. Junlei Tennyson, Parvati. Can you actually take both of them? I don't know. I think you can only take one. Using dialogue skills is good for conversations. Every 20 points in a skill unlocks a special ability.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies.
Wait.
Just as I remembered.
You can take more than one on. Oh. I like this. I'm going to just take both of them with me. I might as well. Huh. Yeah. Let me up. Let me up. Oh, fine. Okay. Vicar Max. Sawed-off shotgun. Of course he would use that. Oh yeah, you have a perk point available. Increases your hack skill when Max in the party. Wow. Sneaky. Boisterous or healthy. What did I do with Parvati? Pretty sure I gave her, yeah, up your engineering. Huh. Well. Heavy-handed, battle-hardened, fine aim. She seems to be a fighter. This dude seems to be the type to pull threat. Seems like a melee combatant. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You get to attract attention, my good man. Vestments, blue with piping, ports of call. Dialogue skills +5. Huh. Reed's hat. Ooh. Yeah, you take that, my good friend. Tech skills +5. That's all fine and dandy. Bolter pistol. Plasma rifle. Ooh, hello. Hunting rifle, shot, automatic pistol. Officer's spine. Excuse me? Well, if that's the case, can any of you... Telescoping staff? I think I might actually give you the officer's spine. Parvati, I think I will give you the shock stick. And from there, we will put some stuff in junk. Sawn off, assault rifle. Ooh, sentry saber. Light assault rifle. Never used Max. Let me correct that. Never used him unless I needed him for a mission that was for a storyline. Word to the wise. Have one weapon of every element. I can certainly attempt that. Spacer's Choice Impact Hammer. So sorry that it took me a while to look over and see how I was being talked at. Quests' holographic shroud. Right, that's the thing. Reed's key. Key to Reed's room. If only I could get into Reed's room, but I can't. At least not right now. Maybe later. It's all good, you're concentrating. Yeah, need to be able to at least... I'm not going to say multitask, but, you know... walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. That'd be good. Blad on stick. So sharp it cut some of the letters out of its own name. I think that might have been one of the ones I was like, I'm not going to junk that, I'm going to sell it because it looks expensive. This, on the other hand, breakdown. 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 Alright, alright. Let's have some fun with this. Jane Elson.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by.
Gee, thank you.
Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
You're putting a lot of faith in that, aren't you? Felix, Mardette, and Corporate Trooper.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
Oh.
I don't have time for this. Need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Noticed you were in the middle of an argument earlier.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
I'd like to hear your side. What happened?
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
And that's when you resolved your differences like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah.
That tracks.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me, Captain of the Unreliable.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Never caught your name. I'm Kale.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss.
You know, I think I like the ring of that. Ooh. Stevedore. Or Stevedore. It's a lot of Stevedores. Hoping they're not like the Gary clones. Energy cells, you say? Y'all saw nothing. Yes. Phineas V. Wells. Wanted. McCred. Captain Gunnar McCred. For several counts of public intoxication, destruction of groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Contact Commandant Sanita if you have any information regarding McCred's whereabouts. Failure to report a tip may result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of kill required to collect reward. For various crimes and violations of board policy, including any or all of the following: sedition, forgery, conspiracy, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed medical practice, and destruction of board property.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so wild at him.
Brought me back. Defeat our foes. Borstwurst. Ew. Hey, look, Saltuna. Now with extra added artificial ingredients at no extra cost. Dissenters in our midst. Oh, Lord. Vending machine, you say? Oh, yeah, look at that.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Hi, Leonard. Hi, Lenny. What's over this way? For I am ever the magpie. Ooh, there's a thing here. Empty. What was over here? A Mardette. Restricted access. I could pick that, but I think the Mardette would be a little testy with me. Well, that looks like a climbing step. Customs. Hey, Azulio. Welcome on in. Hope the evening finds you well. Huh. Ooh. I wonder. Whee! Oh, hey, I can land here. Question mark? That gets me past customs without going through it. This seems like it might be a bad idea. But at least it's funny. Yeah, that gets me past customs without actually checking in with them. Seems like the sort of thing that would get me in trouble with the Mardettes. So whenever I do that /me artist name song title, it's sharing what let's do. Oh, gotcha. Huh. Hero youth never dies. You know, I may just have to look into that sometime. Oh, there's another one over there. Like a media player display. Indeed. Ooh. That looks interesting. Yeet. Oh, hi. What you doing there? What you doing there, Papyrus? I mean, I'm just gonna grab everything that's not nailed down in there. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. Now that I've done that, and basically grabbed everything I can, what's going on with what I've picked up? Tossball stick, Spacer's Choice. Light pistol, Spacer's Choice. Telescoping staff. There was some, yeah, gear. Protective clothing with safety harness. Dialogue skills +5. Huh. Apparently it also has a tech kit and Nightingale step. That's nice for stealth. 6 armor versus 9 armor, though? I don't know, man. Though, maybe the good Vicar could use it. Although the vestments are armor 10. A tough decision to make, you know? Alright, let's be a good little Boy Scout and go through customs. Last thing we need to do is be pissing off mobsters. Come to think of it, there might actually be an opportune moment to go and, Ooh. Board approved, board sponsored, board mandated. Buy now. Hi, Lenny.
Identification, please.
Present Hawthorne's ID. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, I don't have an ID.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
I take it back.
Oh, thank the law. I could use a diversion. Tell me more then. Really sell it to me. Not fond of that story. It lacks dazzle. What else have you got?
Well, that's just the truth, you know.
I like where this is headed. What happened to this, vile kidnapper?
He's
You
dead.
must feel terrific. Good for you.
So you believe I'm not Hawthorne?
Not in the least. Good story, though.
How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
I take it this happens a lot.
Just the opposite. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations here.
Surely this must be some sort of mix-up.
They must have a real big bee in their bonnets then. Everyone knows you don't trifle with Groundbreaker if you want to get your goods on time.
If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford.
Great. I'll go talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
After all this? Fine.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Her shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Seems like there's some tension between the board and Groundbreaker.
You noticed, huh?
I'm sharp like that.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
So you got them by the short curlies. Gotcha. Yet your station's in a state of disrepair. Could make the board fix it. I'm glad it terrifies them, the bastards. Keep pushing them.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
Oh yeah, they would.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
The board runs most of the system, don't they?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
Thanks for the info.
Sure thing.
Can I find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
The promenade? Am I going to run into Odo? Wait, wrong universe. Damn. Would like to have run into Odo. Odo's a nice guy. Anyway. Didn't think there were many independent operators in the system.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
Well, that's convenient for me. That's all I need to know about work.
All right.
See you around.
Be seeing you.
Beginning to wonder if I shouldn't have just snuck in. The workbench discovered. Hello, Mardet.
Move along.
A quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you'll be shot on sight. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Commandant Sunita.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
I'm interested in that McCred bounty. Where can I find him?
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
I'll take the posting.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
Couldn't help but notice the bounty posting on Phineas Wells.
The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what fors of his location, Udon Bedford would surely like to hear it.
Got it.
Glad to hear it. Anything else?
I'll be on my way. Lee Flores.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
Wow. I'd really like to get back there.
We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... we just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sunita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something.
Okay. All right, I forgot to pay the filing fee. Back to my other questions. Actually, honestly, see you around. I am eventually going to be running across.
Signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
Huh?
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that, Graham?
Asshole.
Huh. There's some interesting rumors. Shh. Aw. Can't sneak in.
Huh?
Also, wait a minute. How do I use the disguise Bob? Holographic shroud. back. I actually don't know how to use that. Is there a control for it? Maybe? Controls. Key bindings. Gameplay. Reload. Aim, block, melee, inhaler, TTD, companion, move, follow, attack, special ability 1 and 2. Weapons, quick save, quick load. Should probably use those more often. View ledger, inventory. No, there's no special button for it, it would appear.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Key-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
Aw. This is ironic since I'm gonna eat right now. Well, you know, sometimes it's a slam dunk. Boing.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
Wow.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the Renegade Company. Sounded dire.
They call it Monarch now. It's supposed to be a real hellhole. Warlords drumming up marauder squads, blood running in the streets, all kinds of shit.
So it went about as well as everybody expected.
Yep. Complete fucking fiasco.
Marvelous. Our debts.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
I see.
Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed.
Shock horror.
The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hardworking citizens. This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
Convenient.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave.
Wow.
Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
You do business with the Promenade merchants.
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
I'll be on my way. Oh, hey. Energy cells. Armor parts. Trash. Really? Just a whole bunch of mag picks. Here for the taking. I will gladly have them. Ooh. Riot control armor. Troop armor. This is what? Medium armor. Interesting. It's dodge stuff, though. Toughened. Body armor. Mr. Power. Oh, wow. That is gaudy as all hell. Hack +7. Defense skills +5. Toughened. Gyro sight. Energy cells, heavy ammo, light ammo. Apparently Rizzo likes to sell bullets. Oh god. Oh god, they all have jingles. Why? Heavy weapons, long gun, plasma rifle, you say? Tremor cleaver. Stun baton. Ooh. Trip blade. Grenade launcher. Revolver. Silver tongue kit. Dialogue skills. Magnum. Mr. Zap. Bypass shunt mag pick. Ret. Ooh, hey. I found a thing. What's this? Squatter's Journal. I suppose that should have been obvious. I served on 2 corporate freighters before I got stranded here. Everyone's heard my sob story, but no one's listening. To them, I'm just background radiation. Wasn't my fault the captain decided to take off early. Wasn't my fault no one checked the crew manifest. Wasn't my fault they replaced me with a full-timer. Now I'm filthy, bitless, and bedless. As far as anyone's concerned, I'm groundbreaker trash. That's how I live. And if no one agrees to take me on as crew, I suppose that's how I'll die. Adreno. Zero G Brew. Your favorite flavor. Oops. Oh, this looks moderately dangerous. It's moderately dangerous. Restricted area. When they fight Sneaker, use the holographic shroud to get through restricted area. Postmortem fines will be paid by the closest living relative. Groundbreaker. Pick up everything that's not nailed down. That looks potentially dangerous. Show quick save. I'm not sure I like the fact that there's a bloody table here. Especially with all these tools and implements in the area. Thinking we may want to just take a second and not be in trouble. There's enemies over that way too. Interesting. Oop. Bathrooms.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupted regularly scheduled advertising.
No. The Lost Hope. Excuse me? Oh, it's a bar.
Hey, you, where's my order?
Look, can I get you a caffeinoid or something?
I plan to go through all the colors
Oh
of
boy. Vera Kravanek.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing.
Let's see here. Let me see what you got for sale.
What ain't I got?
Decency, for starters. That's a fair bit of stuff. Cosmic Stoke is Stogie Slims. Cosmic Smoke is Stogie Slims. Dehydrated water tablets. God. Adrenatime, Stimulation, Dervish Mist, and Adreno, which are controlled stock from what I can see. Actually, wait a minute. Talk
A
again.
new face. What's your pleasure?
All the traders in the system come through here. Heard anything interesting?
I hear tell some folk down in the townships are getting offered early retirement. Who'd think of such a thing? What would you do with all the time?
What's this issue I hear people heat issue I hear people complaining about?
The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're
Charming.
all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it.
Sounds like it might have an issue with the thermal control system.
Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse.
Who's in charge of fixing it?
Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up.
Maybe I can do something about that.
That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Junlei in engineering.
Okay.
Nothing you need and everything you want.
Let's sell junk. I've got a fair bit of credits now. And a fair bit of carrying capacity at that. Bell Shells. Oh, God. Bell Everson.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
Let's see what you've got. Deadeye Assault Rifle. Exacto Sight, post armor damage dealt plus 15%. Shock cannons are heavy weapons. That's a long gun. I have a plasma rifle. Revolver. Heavy weapon. Bolter pistol. Mag 2 Ray. Sure grip. So, Whisper Quiet Muzzler, Mag to Power, weapon parts, and a Mag to Melt. Corrosion type. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Nothing for now. Waste disposal. Interesting.
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go?
You sure you want to know? Oh, God.
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch, okay?
Crumpled instructions. Frankie got a lead on some local salvage. One of Groundbreaker's old hangars was bricked over until someone found it by poking around the Stevedores' quarters. Lilia gave us the go-ahead to plant her flag once we clear out all the new arrivals. I'm sending you to scout. Look for a loose panel. You gotta climb up on top of their bunks and head toward the back wall. Lilia says we should watch our backs. She thinks we're being tailed. In other words, typical Lilia. Please don't push me. Bolter pistol? Don't mind if I do. That is a headless Stevedore. So why is the Stevedore headless? I am not going to use a frozen dinner that I found in a waste disposal unit. I'm sorry. I at least have some standards. Just, you know, really difficult to find sometimes. They're well hidden. That said, now I'm curious about these. Oh. Well, this seems to have the potential to lead to a place that people don't want me to be.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Huh. I wonder. Is this actually a restricted area? Okay. Bard.
If you can hear me, please hurry. The toilets overflowed on me at least twice. Thank you, stranger. Shit, ain't that a relief? You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom with an overflowing toilet. Thanks again, friend.
What happened?
What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually, two things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me.
How long were you in there?
Time stood still. I was aware of nothing but the smell. Ugh, could have been days.
Uh-huh.
Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. Song is gonna have my ass for wage theft.
I did you a favor. What are you gonna do for me?
You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Is that how it is?
Can always lock the door again.
Hey, let's not be hasty. Here, I've got a few bits on me. Take it. Just take it, and we'll forget this ever happened, yeah?
Oh, that is disturbingly gross. Skill and perk points, you say? I mean, I can get up to competent and heavy weapons. Ooh, pickpocket. I like this. Unlock the third drug mixing slot. I also like that. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the way. Apply. Perks. Traveler, pack mule. Perk point, base health. TTD max. Walk speed, sprint speed, carrying capacity. Ammo stock on vendors. Consumable general stock on vendors. We're gonna go with slow the world. Get the TTD max up. Now I'm still curious. What?
I'm ready for this. Don't mess with us.
Okay, not what I was expecting. Kind of gross, all things considered. But hey, on the upswing, not actually restricted. Yikes. poor engineer. Suppose the Mantipillars probably ate him, didn't they? Ew. There's the barred door. Okay. So I found this place, and there were monsters. Which is interesting. Ooh, hello. Hacking and lockpicking tools? Yes, please. Engineering. Okay. Now I'm seeing what you're saying. Oh. Boing. Okay. Meanwhile, we have these little exits. Huh. Funny. Not really sure how useful they are, but they're here. Now the other side. The other side also had a door.
Great work.
Okay. Ooh.
Trouble incoming, Captain. Don't mess with us.
Marvelous. Bunch of angry rats. Oh, tartar sauce. And fast ration pills. I should look at my setup for my heal-em-a-bob. Actually, probably be a good idea to check right about now. Codex, you say? Logs? Ah. Inventory, yes. Healing. So at this point, what we're doing is... Yeah, okay. 200% natural health regeneration lasts 2 minutes. Fast ration pill. Body attributes +1. Ooh. Dehydrated water tablets. Alright. Oh, yeah, the medical bay. Tamardette.
CNP Burst Pockets can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds. Burst Pockets.
Ugh. Recent users. Callahan M signed out. Everson B logged out, or signed in, logged out. Oyama T logged out. Access user Callahan M. Displaying recent messages. You made your spacer's choice when you signed the employment contract. I keep telling you the hat doesn't fit right. There's something wrong with it. How many people have worn this thing before me? Is this my life now? Because if it is, I'll take it. I'll be your moon man. But there won't be anything left of me to care. Martin. Okay. Hope you're doing well, Mom. Thought I'd check in. Engineers visit the shop a bunch. I remember when I used to turn a wrench back home on Terra 2. Lilia Hagen said over in Sublight told me that I could always pursue a career in salvage if this thing didn't work out. Please give Dad and the others a hug for me. Mom, it's really great we can stay in touch like this. Little reminders of home are more important than ever. Enjoy the quality Spacer's Choice goods I sent. You can get ones just like them at home, but I figure you might appreciate me getting the company discount and all. Martin, are you okay, honey? The heat, seeking contract or sublight salvage, loitering on board property strictly prohibited. Let's see. Seeking ethically flexible spacer with stellar bay landing experience. Payment in exchange for return of legal salvage. Details given upon acceptance of contract. Active warrants, prior convictions, no questions asked. Our background checks filter out criminal red flags. Plausible deniability is the sublight way. See Lilia Hagen for details. Warehouse next to Spratwurst joint. 2nd floor. I know it's bad. As the one whose office is closest to our radiators, you can imagine why I want to take 3 showers every day. I hear you. We've got eyes on the problem, and hands, and tools. It's a mechanical problem with a mechanical solution. In the meantime, enjoy some additional water rations and take breaks. You deserve them. If you're thirsting for cooler air, talk to your closest engineer about spots with favorable circulation. JT.
You still betting on the tossball series? I know you were trying to stop.
Sublight.
I put a couple of bits in Vera's pool. 1,000 says Rizzo's Rangers make it to the demi-finals this year.
I hate to say it, but the Circus Time Clowns look good this year. The rookie tender is, well, she could break me over her knee, and I'd kind of like it.
The Clowns, though? They're a joke.
Tish.
They're getting better. I think their shtick is actually an advantage when they play in Bird Creek Grove.
Half the games up in Bird Creek are canceled due to blizzard conditions anyway.
I got 500 bits that say all the games there get canceled this season.
You're on.
Oh boy. Sproutburst. Ike's Armory. Hi, Ike.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor. Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability.
Uh-huh.
We also have a line of specialized melee weapons. For those times you have to repel borders, but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
I risk it. What's this? Officer's Spine. Ooh. Spacer's Choice. The Plasma Cutter. Thug Kit, Hunter Kit, Geographic Scanner. Increases range which interactable objects are highlighted. Toughened. Whoa, that's a heavy helmet. Heavy. Medium 16 armor dialogue skills. Light 6 stealth. Light 6 tech. Heavy 24 dodge and stealth down. Dodge up, stealth down, rather. Medium dodge. Medium defense skills. 7 light tech. Light melee. Clothing. Cute. Grounded, laminated, and Mr. Acid. Groundbreaker Promenade. Anti-Cleos.
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
Let's see what you've got.
Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Tobaccorn ears. Ketchup. That's cute. 37 herbs, spices, and flavored additives. Cute. Tripical pasta pack. Ooh. Kind of like that. Oh. I see. So you're actually not well stocked at the moment.
Information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells.
Oh.
Report any sightings to your local board.
Go back to
Oh, Halcyon.
bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Jesus.
Have you seen this man?
Guarding stairs for that walking mustache who's on fucking Bedford?
Huh.
Gotta get off this detail.
Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Okay, so that's where Udom is. Good to know. Ooh, I can feel the heat coming off of things here.
We interrupt your
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
Potentially.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Excuse me, Junlei?
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Mm-hmm. Kale, nice place you got here, Chief.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
I'll do whatever I can to help keep peace.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Once I get out of Impound, I'm bound for Monarch.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Parvati, you wanted to talk to Junlei. Go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I ship it.
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
I ship it. You don't need to be so formal, Parvati.
Force of habit, I guess. Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Don't be shy about requesting time off if you need to compare notes in person.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Nice job, Parvati.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Seems kind of warm in here. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Eesh. I'm sure your capable support staff can stay ahead of the problem.
My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but all the fixes are temporary. This wound is bound to fester. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Is there no room for compromise?
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
Need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate. Is there any way I can help? We'll go with that.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Back bays. Am I supposed to know where that is?
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Can't get these parts anywhere else?
You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy.
Their negotiations sound like bureaucratic coup.
Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence.
I see. Can we try to talk this out with whoever's down there?
Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If
That's
you could find
petty.
some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
Interesting. We tried sending anyone else down there to get parts.
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
I mean, makes sense. None taken.
Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding.
I'll get you those parts from the back bays.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Sounds good to me.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
Well then. Drinking sapphire wine. Return to the unreliable and ask Parvati about Junlei. Happiness is a warm spaceship. That was parts. Ah. So this is how you get to the back base. Alright. Captain McCred.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
If it's nothing personal, I'll just be going.
No one turns their back on me while I'm holding court. Get 'em, boys!
Here they come.
Yeah, basically went as expected it to. Oh, wow. Yeah, it went about as well as I thought it would. Continue. Huh. Interesting. This is my tactical shotgun. Let's see if this does any better. Doubt it will, but you know.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this. You can't.
I was just exploring the ship and stumbled on this level.
You stumbled into my court without an invitation, neighbor from above. If you don't have any business, then it's time to light up the grill.
Put that down before you incinerate the entire deck.
No one turns their back on me while I'm holding
Well,
court. Get 'em, boys! Here they come!
Past that armor.
Parvati and the Vicar are down.
I'll mess you up!
Easy does it.
I survived. Good first step.
Incoming!
Oh no.
This is bad!
Parvati, you alright over there? No, no you're not. Whee! Just gotta take everything that's not nailed down. Bread. That was pretty straightforward.
Even the proverbial unwashed masses would turn their noses up at this place, or cut them off.
Yeah, this place doesn't seem so great, does it? Oh, they're above me. Oh, that's unfortunate. Salvage parts. I mean, in my defense, I tried to be kind. I tried. Uh-huh. Oof. You went to pieces on me, pal. There's still a lot of stuff around here. Huh.
It's so cozy.
Question mark. Ooh. We stop flipping. Thank you. That's a mag pick. I want that. Okay. That's a downwards inclined motion. There's people above me. Or at least there's targets above me. I'd like for them not to be above me anymore. The high ground is not a great place for my enemies to be. Nah. Yeah. Okay, that tracks.
Today's my birthday.
What is it? Why so tense? So I'm being tactical espionage asshole. That's why.
Here we go.
Mess him up.
Shouldn't have stood in our way.
Ja-ja. Huh, laid them out flat. And who'd have thought I did it with a combat shotgun, no less. Finally found a game where shotguns don't hate me. At least not all of them. Excuse me, I will take that light ammo. I'll also take that heavy ammo, because why not? Huh. Interesting. On the one side, I can pick up the salvage parts now.
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
Oh, don't worry, I plan on clearing out this entire floor. I know I probably shouldn't, but... what can I say? These folks have made an impression on me. So I think my gear might be a slightly messed up. Oh, it is. Repair? Yeah, repair. I'll take 10 armor parts. I'll gladly do that. Junlei Tennyson. Nothing. Let's not make as much noise. Yeah, it looks dangerous. Hmm.
Here we go.
Oops. Wasn't expecting that, but okay. We are here. Huh, how'd they know that? Pretty sure.
Quietly now.
Aha. I might actually start using this thing more. Because stealth actually does a fair bit on this.
Find a new friend. This worm fixation is screwed.
Here we go.
Eat it. Come on. Eat it. Hey, that's a machine.
That's the last of them.
That'll work.
Sure.
Be right there.
La-da-dee, la-da-da. Ooh, assault rifle. Model spaceship. Mock apples. Energy cells. Dead people. What's this? Junior mycologist log. When I settled on Groundbreaker, I thought this would be my gateway to the stars, the beginning of my epic tale as a spacer. Now I grow shrooms for a bunch of outlaws. Not even for selling. They just eat the damn things by the handful. Some of the crew have been tripping for weeks. Suppose it could be worse. Heard of a sublight contractor who got dissolved in chemicals and flushed down waste treatment for stealing from Lilia. Now McCred, he's always happy to see me, calls me his fungus lad. Update, McCred has just set a man on fire for having his laces undone. Shit. Maybe I need to be more careful about what I'm growing. I want to find something that calms him down. Time to experiment. Huh. Y'all seem to be having a wonderful time of it. Especially when I come through and start popping heads like zits. Speaking of. Oh, ew, worms. I say as I search through the inventories of headless corpses. Ooh. That's cute. Also, people have been eating these by the handful. Don't like the idea of what that's going to do to their GI. There's a downstairs to this area as well. Time to clean shop. And down I trot.
We got trouble.
Going in, folks. Pop. Pop. Well, that all just kind of happened all around us. Ooh, Steel Petey. Petey. Ooh. Look. It ain't bolted down. I'm taking it. Ooh, cartridge.
Hey, I saw that. What do
Hi.
you think you're doing?
Okay, so you seem to actually care that I'm stealing from thieves? I don't get it.
I haven't seen any new faces down here since I arrived. Not sure how long ago that was. McRed tends to incinerate anyone who comes by.
Mm-hmm. McCred's dead.
Ah, it's too bad. I mean, he was a scary fucker, total pyromaniac, but you know how it is. You meet a guy, get used to his quirks, and then blam.
I came to grab some radiator parts. Engineering could use your help installing them.
I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
Now that you got the stick out of your ass and you're leaving, and continue to steal from the dead. Which is apparently a time-honored tradition in this area. All things considered, I'm fairly certain that I've just finished this area. My gun's taking damage. That's unfortunate. Repair. I've got the parts for it, might as well. Speaking of, I should figure out this situation. Plasma rifle already got. Plasma rifle already got. Not any better. Bolter pistol. Should I use that to replace my automag? Or, better yet, if I can, find a way to update this with electricity, possibly. Tossball stick. Telescoping staff. Impact hammer. Montag TNL. Heavy weapon plasma flamethrower. Ooh. Light pistol. Light pistol. Revolver, assault rifle. Light pistol. And now for the armor. We're at 13 light. Oh, wow. 13 light, 8 medium. That's not useful. Long guns up, which, not bad. Work gear farm friendly. Melee weapon skills, don't care. Tech skills, okay. Tech skill, tech skill. I should also look at the others' armor. 7 armor, light. Wow. None of this is useful. Alright. So, tech skills. As said, armor. Long guns? Long guns. Yeah, sure, I'll give you that. It looks absolutely god-awful, but I'll give you that. Sneak and tech skills. None of this armor is worth it. Clothing. Block. Yeah, literally none of that was worth it. Junk. Literally all of it. Because nothing was really that big of an upgrade for me. I laid waste to an entire section of this company. It's time for me to go back up topside and tell them that I basically just completely removed an entire criminal element from the space station. And BD.
This is Halcyon News.
Hi.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
Honestly, I'm impressed too. Got the parts for the radiators. What now?
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
Fun. Define slight.
More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Ew. I'll make my way down there.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Boing. Let me in. Let me in.
Where the hell have you been, Private? You've missed 3 shifts without notice.
I was fixing that toilet you sent me to repair. The one above the Lost Hope?
That was days ago.
The fucking door. It locked behind me. And it wasn't until this freighter captain found me that I...
You're lucky the chief would have my ass if I spaced you. Now get back to work, Private.
Right away, sir.
Sigh. Said workbench? Workbench. Tinker, repair, modify. Anything? Magnum, Mag Zap. That might actually be a good idea. Mag to Power. Changes weapon. Oh, that's plasma type. Mag to Shock. Yeah. And now it's a shock pistol. Tactical shotgun. Fun times barrel. It's already got that though. Magnum, Mag to Power. Well, I mean, not a bad idea. I think this has already got, yeah, got pieces on both you. Magnum, Mag to Power. And then sights, which I don't have. Tinker. Oh. Repairs. And that should be that. Although, wait a minute. Armor. There we go. Makeshift low pressure suit. What you got? A gadget. New armoring mod. Gadget. Electrocharged surface. Stuns and damages melee attackers. The effect has a cooldown. And we have a skill kit and we have utility. Skill kit Thug. Increases melee and defense skill modification. Toughened armoring. Would increase my armor up by 4. Yeah, sure, why not? Tinker. Repair, nothing there. It should be fine. I think that ought to do. Now, let's get to this. Having some more fun.
To die first. One down.
You? Question mark? Huh. That just kind of happened all around me. Archive logs and transmissions. Arrival confirmation. To HHB Earth HQ, transmitted via probe, archived at source. It is my honor to report the Groundbreaker successfully arrived at Lagrange Point, having released our cargo of prefab housing, settlers, and supplies at their intended colony worlds. May they prosper and expand. Now that the stages 1 and 2 of the mission have been carried out, my family will take ownership of the Groundbreaker as specified in our contract, keeping the ship in active duty as an independent trading post, repair stop, and cargo bay. I'd be remiss if I closed this transmission without sending my hopes and best wishes back to Earth. There's so much ahead of us, but we'll never forget what we left behind. Chief Guying. Some very rich and unsavory elements among our colonial neighbors seem to have the wrong idea about why I flew us out here. It wasn't for a 9-figure blood money salary and a Spacer's Choice logo stamped on my ass. It wasn't to nickel and dime passing ships out of their last bit. Groundbreaker has no role in the success or failure of Halcyon's corporate entities. Period. I negotiated that understanding and clearly outlined it in writing before I ever set foot on this ship. If anyone wants to dispute or compromise our independence, they will answer to a Tennyson. We're a family operation. Even when the last Tennyson falls, Groundbreaker will remember us and defend its freedom accordingly. Chief Guying. Ooh, sounds to me like the chief did not like what was going on. I can't blame him. Those look hot. Looks like a lot of spicy air in here. Ooh, stuff. Ow, ow, oh god, ow. Oh yeah, it's those. They're hot. Professor, lava, hot.
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next.
Of course.
Sneak past if you can. Too fast. I can always fix them later.
Marvelous. Radiators are that way, huh? Oh, it's barred. That would explain a lot. Okay, go the long way. Fine. Sneak past if you can, sure. Huh. That actually didn't work out too poorly for me. Huh. Look at that. Look at me, I can actually stealth. Kind of. It's down there. How do I make it to down there? That is the question. Not like that.
My name
Oh no.
That's the terminal.
Cobbled together. Staff is getting restless. Workaround and half-cocked solutions are all we've got to mend Groundbreaker's bones. In many cases, we can't revive one system without cannibalizing another. Grandma lived with that reality, and so will I. I can rally our spirits, but what happens when I'm not around? Groundbreaker's real test will be seeing if our independence outlasts me. I'll take that bet. JT. Found some of Chief Guying's old schematics. Groundbreaker must have taken a beating during the crossing because she spent half of her career patching it up. A lot of corners cut when they put this place together. Among her papers, I also found the layout of a hangar that doesn't match any of my docks. Something that might have gotten sealed off along the way, like blood cells isolating an infection. I hate to put sentiment down in print, but every time I open a panel or find some workaround in the guts of this old bird, it's like I can feel you reaching out to me from the past, Grandma.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
I'll try. I'll pick that up. Oh, hey, there's the bar. That's my way out of here. Ta-da! Oh. I was just starting to enjoy the elevator music.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right.
Try my best.
The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
What's it like being in command around here?
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
The ship's a family business?
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Guying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
Was it a big change, that transition to command?
It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Parvati here could always help you shoulder the burden.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out.
Back to my other questions.
You've got my attention.
You don't have a lot of faith in the board.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
How do you keep the board at a safe distance?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my attention.
You got my attention. I'll be on my way, though. Ah, see, now I had to click individual aim. Because I'm up to 50 in the guns. Huh. That's actually kind of a cool system, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get some more stealth in this business. And now that I've got hack and lockpick up to 50, I need to individually... Yep. I'm picking up what they're putting down. We'll apply that. Yeah, I think that's good.
This is Halcyon News.
Edna.
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time.
Why would we run out of time? You headed somewhere?
Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown.
We're
going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or... sometime dire soon.
Why are you about to lose comm capabilities?
Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
And that's our problem, how?
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance.
Sounds like it's time to get the auxiliary station back online.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief.
I could check out the relay. No need for official sign-off in that case.
I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Certainly.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh?
What do you mean?
The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through.
You just let messages from Earth sit in memory on an orbital relay?
It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
I'm off. Gladys. Journal, Questuses. Salvager in the sky. Cleaning machine. The empty man. There's a lot of quests here. Holy crap. Wanda Dorset. Oh, right. Solution vital.
CMP Borstworth. It's not the worst unless it's Borstworth.
Are you listening to me, Emfuru? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Emfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
What's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay?
Mm-hmm.
As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Wait, you don't even like her, but you're checking on her?
You say that like it's weird.
None of my business. I was just curious.
I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all.
Gotcha. Maybe I can look in on Jessie.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Hello. Junlei called up from engineering. Said I should let you buy medical supplies from our stores. Now, is there something I can help you with?
I'd like to see Jessie Doyle.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
The records say. Have you actually spoken to her yourself?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. A better selection than you'll find on the promenade deck, and a quality commensurate with a friend of the station.
Adreno. Toxifree. Medical +5. Engineering +5. Tech skill, leadership. Stimulation. Librinacine spray? Ooh. Anti-adrenaline inhalant. Metallysis gel? Ooh, armor rating up. Yes, please. Ocositol. Critical damage up. Bonus extra headshot, weak spot damage. Feeling bleary? Focus.
Dr. Dorset's a deft hand with a blade. Hardly leaves a scar.
Dr. Wanda Dorset.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Wheeler told me to tell you to get off his ass about your shipment. Wheeler says your shipment won't be coming in soon.
He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
Who's Irion?
Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
I could try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type.
Gotcha.
You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Sounds about right. Oh, wait a minute. I'm starting to get a picture painted here. Ooh, Mardet ID card. Found an ID cartridge used with the holographic shroud. It'll be automatically disguised when entering the associated restricted area. Temporary access to this restricted area. Moving drains the shroud's energy. When it runs out, personnel will see you and interrogate you. Talk your way out of the interrogation to reset your shroud. It'll get harder to talk your way out the more you're interrogated. Ah. This is familiar.
You don't pay your docking fees? I've seen it happen.
Ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
Yeah, sure, but that's just a suggestion, right? Bard.
For the last Ratdodon Rutten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
She's worried about you. A lot.
Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
What did you do that got you into trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Yet you think the board has someone following you, and now you're hiding out.
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So you stole it.
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation.
Interesting.
Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
Ellie asked me to help you, so that's what I plan to do.
Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
I'll talk to Udom for you.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal.
Certainly.
Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
That too. I'm gonna run out of shroud power. Man, I cut that one close. Captain Irian. Solution vital, right. Oh, right. I had to claim the bounty for killing the dude. Grab the relay, weapons from the void. Worst contact. Right. I also have to talk to Udom. Need to talk to Udon Noodles to get my ship cleared.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
You'd think.
Finals are scheduled to air soon.
Hi.
But a scandal has
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has Something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Yep, he sure did.
That's just like him. Such a sentimental man.
Fuck.
Tell me, how did he die?
He died in an escape pod accident.
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
Again, I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic at hand?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Why is the board so interested in Wells anyway?
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
Why do you think I'd know anything about Wells?
Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table.
Alex never mentioned to Phineas Wells.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
As a matter of fact, there is. I'm here about Jessie Doyle. I want her debt settled.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
She's worth more alive than dead. Put her under an indenture contract.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
Boy, I see it. She doesn't have much of a choice.
I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Just want to look around.
Be my guest.
You refer to the radiator issue? Oh, goodness, it was dreadful. I was sweating constantly.
Sure, everybody was.
Chief Tennyson certainly did take her time resolving it.
But she did resolve it.
Gracious, no. I can't imagine what gave you that idea. I only facilitated communication between the board and Chief Tennyson. It's not my fault she was stubborn. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
She did everything she could. It was your people's fault, not Junlei's.
My, aren't you, excitable.
Don't talk to her that way.
Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day, let alone my deference.
Take it back. Now.
I'm sorry my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest apologies to you and your friend.
Does that work for you, Parvati?
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology, I guess.
Well, now that that's dealt with, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Can you get me to Stellar Bay?
Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
So, no?
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
Sounds like a no. No would have done it. You didn't have to crack open a thesaurus.
Best to be clear, I believe.
Oh, crystal. Fine, then. What are those locked doors in the back?
A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Does the chairman visit here often?
Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
Back to my other questions.
Away.
We're leaving. That man was about as pleasant as a fucking train wreck. All around is charming.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice, too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
I see. Are you saying you'll work for me just because I helped Jesse?
If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent.
Gotcha.
But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
You really don't like owing people, do you?
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin.
Gotcha. What exactly did Jesse do for you anyway?
She helped me win a bet.
Oh, really? What was the bet?
We were on a smuggling run planetside when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur.
And?
And, as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off.
So she saved your life.
Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet.
Welcome aboard, Ellie.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Meet me on the ship. It's docked by the promenade.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Man, I'm just rolling in the level ups today. Oh, God. Nope. Nope. Nah. Not happening. Nope. I am out. Oh, Gladys. Okay. That's where you are. Oh, hey. My folks have perk points to spend. Mod Finder, Heavy Hand, Battle Hardened, Fine Aim. I think we're gonna go with that, actually. I like her specials. Hello, Vicar. Sermon. Increase duration of your dialogue combat effects while Max is in the party. Heavy-handed. Battle-hardened. Fine aim. We'll have battle-hardened. What's next? Stonebreaker. Spec Ops. Reset. Ooh, cool. 30% companion ability damage. Down equip time. Up range weapon reload speed. 20% science weapon damage. Mad Max. Cute. Silent voices. That's the relay. Claim the bounty from Commandant Sanita. Probably go do that. In the meantime, let's figure this out. Long gun headshot, weak spot damage plus 20%. Deadly focus, no weapon sway for 5 seconds after each kill. Long gun crits, ignore 100% armor. Debuffed enemy crit chance plus 20%. Handgun crits, ignore 100% armor. Wow. Interesting. Sneak, hack, and lockpick. Crouch move speed. Ooh. That might be nice. Sneak attack and weak spot damage plus 20%. I mean, sneak is certainly going to be something that I go after. Plus 3 standard troop helmets. Hack auto mechanicals, turn them off for 20 seconds. That's cool. Auto mechanical detection range minus 30%. That's also really cool. Nice. Find pristine item chance plus 100%. Tech. Medical is nice. Tinkering cost down 50%. Corrosion damage plus 25 and end rate damage plus 25. Tinkering cost for science weapons is capped. Further reduced to minus 90% on 100% science? Good God. Engineering. 40 breakdown weapons and armor for a 20% chance to extract a basic mod. Ooh. Could sneak up to 50. And bring long guns up a point. Perks. Walk speed. Fast travel encumbered. More carrying capacity, because I'm a nut. Now what are you giving me? Minus 65% movement penalty to accuracy. Run and gun. Nice. We Band of Brothers. Reset a companion ability cooldown for each critical hit. TTD restored per kill. Chance to reset a companion ability cooldown when using the other companion's ability. That's interesting. Tag team. Weird science. Science weapon damage. Rolling Thunder. Killing an enemy reduces remaining cooldown time of companion's abilities. Harvester? Oh god. Speed Demon. Movement speed is up during TTD. That could be nice. While using TTD, you deal increased weak spot damage. Ooh, Scanner. Scanner's looking nice. Hoarder. Minus 50% consumable weight. Ooh. That could be useful just for carrying capacity reasons. The Collector. Increase the range at which all interactable objects around you highlight without requiring you to look directly at them. Pack of pack mules. Oh god. Snake oil salesman. Vendor buying price. Okay. Soliloquy. Ooh. Bonus to dialogue skills when you have no companions in the party. Plus 10 dialogue skills. So, honestly, Speed Demon sounds like a good idea. Scanner is a good idea. Harvester might be a good idea. I like the Reaper, too. Running gun's interesting. Okay. I'm seeing where they're taking things. That's the bathroom. I don't need the bathroom. I need the not the bathroom.
You've been
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Oh, Parvati. But
how goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it, and I decided, if you ain't killed McRed yet, I want you to hurt him a little before you do. Nothing excessive, mind you, but the scoundrel deserves a light beating at least before he kicks off.
how about concentrated shotgun fire to the everything? Good news. I killed Captain McRed, and I roughed him up before I did him in.
I believe I'm growing fond of you, bounty hunter. If you got the Mardets' backs, the Mardets have got yours. Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future.
What bounties do you have available?
With that bastard McRed dead, there ain't much else in the offing. Not that I'm complaining, mind you.
So what's it like working security detail on a space station?
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
Mm-hmm. All right, just trying to make conversation.
I'm not here for a chat. Now get moving before I see you moved.
What's a Mardet?
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know.
Why Mardet, not guard or officer?
The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit.
Okay.
Trailward Fleet.
Mardet.
Folks started calling us Mardets because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
I'll be on my way.
What can Groundbreaker security do for you today? Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck.
Gotcha.
Anything else I can help you with, mister? Yeah, I'm getting that, but this area's off limits. I told you. You have done a lot for us, Captain. I'll talk to the Commandant about scheduling a thank you tour for you. Maybe check back in a few days.
Okay. Come on, Lee. I've done a lot for you all. Why the wait?
All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
Perish the thought. All right, then. Where are we going? The Empty Man. Oh. That's interesting. Oops, sorry.
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Confiscated goods. Modified pistol, jock, hatchet, metal hoop, IG. Pair of beads, OSI, locked container. Owner refused inspection. Interesting. There's a lot of Mardet ID cartridges. What's a plasma rifle? A necklace. That's probably the prayer beads. Hmm. Interesting. So done that. The cleaning machine. Where, oh where might that lead me? Huh. Nothing in there. Weapons from the void, the silent voices. Travel relay, that's Scylla. Lilia Hagen. Probably a good idea to go about doing that.
Hey, Mr. Vicker. Do you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? That ocean.
No, I do not.
You're supposed to say yes and go on to explain why. I just want to have a conversation.
Free nuts in it. It's time for a KY.
Of course you do.
Alright. Getting my bearings and figuring out all the wherewithal that I had to deal with on my way through everything.
Sublight Salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
Doesn't it
Do you
just?
reckon we can shop here, or is it all spoke for?
Probably all spoke for. Well, let's hear some elevator music. There was no elevator music. I am disappointed.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping.
Tobias Oyama.
Legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable?
Name's Captain Kale.
Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
So you're a Sublight employee.
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
I should go. Miss Hagen.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Aggressive operations. I like the sound of that. Name's Kale, Captain of the Unreliable.
Charmed.
Charming.
It's nice
Not in
to
that
see
order.
the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
I didn't kill him.
I didn't ask. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
There is always a catch.
Of course there is.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
I don't have a nav key, but can I still take the job?
I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits.
I take it Sublight isn't strictly a salvage operation.
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down.
I'm leaving.
Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Understood.
Step lively, Miss Holcomb.
I'm not winded. Honest. My, boot was untied.
Would hate for you to get left behind, or architect forbid, become lost.
Alright, let's go talk to Gladys quick.
I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is.
This is Halcyon. Interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Can't argue that. Phineas sent me. He said you could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction.
Mm.
Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Any chance for discount since Phineas sent me?
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double.
Fuck. Well, it was worth a try. Tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
No qualms here. Let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass on transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Roseway. Say no more, I'm in.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates.
Gladys, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Find a secret worth selling. Might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Abandoned outpost, corporate secrets. Got it.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
With bells on. Let me see what you've got for sale.
Want a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
Let's look at the guns. Oh. That is a pretty gun. It's also a pretty expensive gun. Holy shit. Revolver. Plasma rifle. Hatchet. Tactical shotgun. Ooh. Nothing there. Consumables. Bunch of nanners. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. Mods. Tech kit. Mag to power. Speed grip. Sure and straight barrel. Oh. That seems like a good barrel for a shotgun. Well, sort of. Seems to me it would increase its accuracy ever so slightly. What's this? Hephaestus Mining Archive cartridge. Data cartridge contains the public records of Hephaestus Mining outposts on Scylla. Can be viewed using the captain's terminal on the Unreliable. Battered Mardet datapad. An old datapad once used by Groundbreaker's Mardet security forces. When the accumulated dust and grime, this hasn't been accessed for over a decade. Huh. Weird. Honestly, though? The old datapad contains incident reports from various Mardet security patrols. Most are details of simple finds and dust-ups between the crews of Wildcat freighters and corporate haulers. 2 entries have been marked for later review. August 7th, 2344. Responded to a code ID10T at Lost Hope. Vera asked us to bounce some back bay brat that got himself soaked in Spectrum Red. Drunken fool got in a scuffle with one of the engineer Tennyson's people. We tossed the rung leech back down into the bays. Asshole fought us the entire way, telling us we'd be sorry once he controlled the hammer's power. Some new Hammersmith marketing stunt, I'm complaining to Sunita. October 25th, 2344, had another run-in with Rung Leech from the Lost Hope. Don't know how the piker crawled out of the back base without us noticing. Locked himself in the repair bay off docking slip 13 and refused to come out. kept raving about weapons, chaotic beauty, or some shit while we were trying to talk him out. Had to break off when our shift ended. Hullhead's got to come out eventually. I'll take that too. Mantiplasma gland? Ew. I just sell it. Sure. Wait. Yeah. Sell the junk. Honestly, I'm not that hard up for money. Review the Hephaestus Mining Archive on Hawthorne's terminal. Require the science weapon on Groundbreaker. I'm curious about that science weapon on Groundbreaker. Journal. Solution vital, distress signal. Yeah, I'm thinking next best is to run about and do some space questing. So I'm gonna need to do that.
I've seen you limping a bit. You alright, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
Oh, both of you are precious.
Don't worry. The captain and I will take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
My cargo's worth a lot of money.
Well, you probably should have insured.
It is.
Well. Hey. Hi, Felix.
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
You're pretty eager to throw in with someone you barely know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Alright, Felix. Tell me why I should hire you.
You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
I'm enjoying this. Go on.
Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry. He's funny.
I concur.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress.
Please do go on.
Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In
Creative.
conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in?
I've heard enough. You're hired.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this.
See you in the ship, Felix.
I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
Really? We're picking up strays now?
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure we'll get along like a church on fire.
Well, you know. Sometimes these things just, make themselves known. Alright. Everybody back on the boat. Against all odds. That's what I like about this. You have acquired
Your return
PD.
time is within 14% of the expected value.
Oh, well, how about that? Hello, Ada. you stop whipping out your weapons?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Let's see. Got a minute? Well, honestly, actually.
Goodbye.
Don't want to get too inured in stuff, so yeah, I should probably leave it there. Save the game as such. And we're going to come back here. So, I think it's been interesting getting my bearings thus far on the space station and figuring out what I can do in the meantime. And I certainly found a lot of interesting leads to less than up and up operations. I think I'm starting to gather a picture of what's going to be going on here. But in any case, thank you all for coming out this evening. I certainly hope you've enjoyed the ride. And if you have, don't forget to follow along and spread the word, because I'm always hoping to grow the community. And I hope it's been entertaining to watch me, well, make some progress in a very strange world. I am on Twitter, I save my VODs up to YouTube for safekeeping, and I have a Discord server. The links to all three are over here from these wonderful commands that Kurgan has used, as well as the bio under the stream. And finally, to those who chat, I appreciate you. To those who lurk, I appreciate you. And to those who watch the VODs, I appreciate you. And I certainly hope I could see you here live someday, should the opportunity ever arise. Now, let's find somebody to raid for the evening, shall we? And as always, I am going to also, well, shouldn't say as always, but I am very much excited to see how Wednesday's run of Time Spinner goes. I've been able to get the runs done between 3 and 4 hours, so I'm thinking it should be pretty decent to pull a run on the Wednesday night. Certainly hoping that I don't eat those words later. In the meantime, a fair few people, of course, doing Mortuary Assistant. 7 Days to Die. What else has I heard about that one? Stray. That's another one that a lot of people have been doing recently. Oh! People are doing Link to the Past speedruns. That's cool. Dead by Daylight. Lance Charge is doing Super Metroid. Goob is doing Monster Hunter Rise. Demi is doing Neverhood. Ooh. More for the fact that that game really screws with my eyes. And, I mean, it's a really cool game, but gotta kind of be careful with it. And Jaw's gonna do Mortuary Assistant. Shia is doing The Princesses in Another Castle. What have they got on my recommended channels just for the giggles? Skyward Sword HD. Could be interesting. Zero's doing games and demos. Monday Night Mayhem. Not sure what we're playing, but let's see then. Chrono Trigger. Now there's a good one. All in all, though, there's somebody that I haven't really gone to hang with lately. Well, I suppose. You can see what Monday Night Mayhem is all about. That could be fun. Could be. Yeah, let's go about it. Alright. Oops. There's a raid message for the evening, folks. Feel free to copy it up and paste it down as we make our way over to Zero Wolf, who is apparently playing something in the realm of a shooter game at present. Like it says, their title is Monday Night Mayhem. Not sure what we're playing, but we'll have fun. And as such, I figure we can spread the love moving forward in that direction. So, I see them opening the doors to the arena. The portal is shining in the distance. I'll say to you all once more, be you denizen, be you visitor, be you hunter, thank you for joining me this evening at Daemonum Arena. Now, let's go greet another, shall we? You take care out there, and try to be a light in the darkness when you can be.